What are you doing? Where's everybody else? I see you over there. We're playing hide and seek. Come, Mama. Where's your babies? Hmm? Where's your babies? What? What? Good morning, good morning, good morning. There you are, running around. You're all mud. You've been digging. Look at your face. You guys hungry? Huh? All the potatoes have been cut where there's eyes, allowed to dry out for a couple days. They'll be planted flat side down, eyes up, some point today. Got 2 full trays of them. Tomato transplant day. Each cube, I'll drop 2 or 3 seeds. And now today I can separate all the ones that have 2 and 3. And I'll put them in some red Solo cups, the extras, and give them away to friends and family. Here are some peppers, hot peppers, jalapeno, habanero, and I know those seeds were good, so I planted them all one, and almost all of them came up. Always plant a few more than you need. See this moth right here sucks the water out of the cubes. It doesn't hurt the plants, but you gotta do what you can. So I have Roma, grape, cherry, and big ones. Those will be my fried green tomatoes on the grill. Oh my God, big beef. Okay, so here's how this works when I want to cut an extra tomato out of a grow cube. So I cut it out with my handy dandy little X-Acto blade. I cut out 1 cube. You can see the roots are all through this cube. There's 2 plants in here. So I'm going to very carefully put a slice in the cube, maybe on 2 sides. I can cut away a few of the little tiny roots and it won't hurt anything as long as I get them replanted quickly. So what I do is I take some of my leftover cubes where plants didn't grow, whatever reason the seed was bad, and I put them in some water. It has a slight yellow tint because I have nutrient solution in this. These plants are now more than big enough. They've been getting nutrient solution from the water beds for a week. So these are all big enough to have a cube with solution because they're going to go right into the buckets, Beto buckets, and every time they get watered, they're getting more nutrient solution anyway, just like all these plants are in nutrient solution. You can't do it to the seedlings. You got to wait at least until they're 2 or 3 inches high. They can't handle the nutrients. They just need water and warmth. All they're doing is sprouting. So I'm going to cut this one open, and then I'll show you how I did and show you putting it in this one. And then I have red Solo cups. As you can see, there's holes in the bottom because they will stay in this tray, and when I water them, some of the water will drain out, and what water's in the tray, they can suck back up as needed. You can get root rot. That's way too much water. They can only absorb so much. It's like you staying in a bathtub for an hour. When you get out, your skin is wrinkled and saturated. You don't die from it. Tomatoes will on a regular basis. So let me get at this. Okay, for some reason I can't find my little tripod, so I just got it leaning on the shelf. So here we go. So this thing is very sharp. I just try and cut where the least amount of roots. See, like there's one there. It can survive without that. Got another one coming up here. Just pick and get rid of that one. So all the way to the bottom. And then I'm going to come on the other side. Go all the way to the bottom. You know you're cutting roots, but it can't be avoided. I will be able to save both of these. They're more than big enough. And I gently just pull it apart. And pull them apart from each other. Now you see, there's still a very nice root ball in this one going down the middle. These probably aren't connected, but it doesn't matter. These go down, the water level will be nice and high. That's one half. Here's the other half, same thing. Nice roots in there. They should be just fine. Okay, planting is very easy. I literally just make a hole with my finger, push down, cover it up so it's firm. These already need the tomato trellises, so I'll hook that up after I plant the other one. And then I just take my water line, Casualty. So I'm just going to take my water line, and you'll see I have the hose taped to a stake so that I can push this right into the cube. Okay, it'll pull on it a little bit, and I'll get it where it sits. Then I'll get my tomato trellis on this, and it'll be fine. So this will get watered 3 times a day for 10 minutes. Okay, so when hooking up the tomato trellis, which goes up to the wire and I can tighten or loosen as needed, I always go under the first big branch, so to speak, because I'm keeping that one. In a week, I'll be pulling these off. I want the tomato plants. These are going to be useless eaters. Okay, so I'll pluck these off and I'll pluck these off. This will be the first limb branch, whatever you want to call it. And as this plant gets bigger and bigger, anything that comes underneath these, I will pull off because all they do is suck nutrients. You want the ones that are going to be up like these. So there will be nothing from about a foot down. It'll be just stalk. Then I'll let the branches grow. And all the ones that get blossoms that are going to be too big, I will snip them off, put them in a red Solo cup. Those are called suckers. And those will become full-fledged tomato plants in a very short period of time. So this one tomato plant could give me 10 or 20 tomato plants if I wanted to cut off suckers as they keep coming. But at some point, these tomatoes will get all the way to the top of this wire, which is about 6 foot off the table. Some I have to strap them sideways and let them run. That would be wonderful. Now these tomato plants, these will produce all the way until Thanksgiving, maybe even later if I want to fire up the big guy in the corner and keep it above 38 in here. Depends on the weather. But by November, the production is much less. The tomatoes are smaller, not as tasty. You keep pruning. You can even plant new plants with the suckers that come in October or whatever, but production goes down. But still, it's June. I'll have probably small tomatoes by the end of the month or the first week of July, and then August, September, October, November. Folks, do what you can. I wanted this to be a short video just to show you an early morning here at the compound. Hope you learned something. Hope there's something you can use. Hope I inspire you to get going. Remember, it takes no electricity. Look at those bad boys go. $13 totes at China Mart. You can use the lids. You don't need safe foam like I just happen to have. Use the lids, cut 6 holes. There you go. Just send me a message if you need any advice on this. I'm not an expert, but I seem to do okay. All right, for now, Jake T.